Hi nail friends, I recently did a mani on what I am going to call a tie-dye nail, and someone asked if I could do a video, so that is what today is going to be. The colors I'm showing here and what I'm going to be using in this video is the Carnival collection that is releasing from Paramount Dips tomorrow, which is Wednesday, March 30th at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, and here is the mani that somebody wanted to know how I did. I am going to change the colors up, so today I'm going to use ring toss and Ferris wheel, and I already dipped my nails to make this video a little quicker. So the first thing I'm going to do is take a solid white, and I'm going to just dip my nail in that one time. Now for this technique, I'm using the low scent dip liquids from Sparkle & Co., and that is just because they dry really slow, so I'm able to do the tap method on my nail for the design that I want and also have time to clean up around my cuticles before the dip liquids dry. So the white that I'm using is actually Casper from OG Dip Powder. It is just my go-to white for underneath of decals, nail art, whatever I'm doing. I literally don't even put this away. I constantly just have it on my desk because it is my favorite white and the one that I reach for the most. So like I said, I'm using the low scent or low odor dip liquids from Sparkle & Co. because they dry really slow. So over top of that dip of white, I'm going to add another layer of my dip base. And these eyeshadow brushes that I'm using are from Amazon. They're like $1. You can check my Amazon storefront that I'll have listed down below. But for this technique, I literally had no rhyme or reason when I did my first mani with the pink and green. I'm just tapping the color on where I want it. So for this one, I started with the darker color, which is the blue, and then I sprinkled the purple on my nail. And then you're going to see when I go in for my second coat of our second layer of dip, I'm going to actually start with the purple and end with the blue so that I'm mixing the layering up so that it kind of blends together better. And I noticed if you do the same colors layered in the same order, it just doesn't give you that like tie-dye marbly look. So here I brushed off my first layer, and then I'm going to do another layer on my base. And like I said, I'm going to start with the last color that I ended with. So for this one, I'm going to start with the purple, and I'm leaving this all in real time so you can see like exactly what I'm doing. I didn't speed anything up, and you can see the dip liquids do dry really slow. I did cut that part out like when I get done dipping and in between brushing, just because these do dry really slow. So I did cut that part out like when they're drying, but this part where I'm tapping it on, I did leave that at regular speed so you could see exactly what I'm doing. Also, let me explain now. When I encapsulate my solid colors, so this is not a shimmer, not a chunky glitter, just a flat solid color, I have not been using a clear dip powder just because the application goes on good. So here I'm just taking that same Sparkle & Co. base, and I'm putting a layer of that over top of my nail, and this is going to give me a little bit of wiggle room when I start filing. And that is what I have been doing as far as doing a top coat on my nail. You want to make sure if you do this method though, you let that layer of base dry a little bit before you go in with your activator, because if the base is too runny, it will cause the base that you have down on your nail, when you add the activator, it'll run into your cuticles and stuff. I have done that. So you want to make sure that the base is pretty much dry before you go in with your activator. But this just gives me a tiny bit of wiggle room so that I am able to file and buff the top of my nail without taking the color off. But you can for sure just go ahead and dip in to clear, or however it is that you normally encapsulate your nails before you file and buff them. I did leave in my filing on this. I know that there's some people that have asked how I get my shape. It is really hard for me to file on camera. I don't know why. I think because I just do it so quickly. I did try to slow down a little bit, but even still, I put my hand pretty close to my face when I'm filing so I can see what I'm doing, and you can see I get out of frame. So yeah, it's hard for me to file, but I'm pretty sure you can pretty much see what I'm doing here. So after I get done doing my filing, I have this I don't know what they're called, like a metal nail file, I guess, that I had got a really long time ago from the Dollar Tree. And that is what I use to go around my cuticles because it's really thin and it gets down in between my cuticle and my dip powder. And I'm able to really round my cuticle and make it the way that I want to, because the files are just a little bit too bulky. So that is what this is right here. So I just do that and I go around my cuticles, and that is how I personally get the shape that I want around my cuticles and get rid of any excess dip that I don't want there. Now, in just a second, you're going to see I show you a buffing block, and it is from OG Dip Powder. She has not released them yet, but you guys, when they come out, you need to grab some of these, okay? In previous videos, you have seen me use a pink buffing block like this that I got from Amazon. It is my absolute favorite thing in the entire world, but this is hands down the best one that I have used. I'm going to show you on my, see how my ring finger is like wavy? Watch when I buff over this just a couple of times with this buffing block, and my nail is completely smooth. You want a really smooth nail before you do your top coat, whatever method that you're doing. It's going to give you amazing results. So make sure that you're always buffing your nail. But you guys, look at that. It is amazing. I cannot tell you enough. When these release, you need to get some. I promise you will not be disappointed. So when I'm done buffing my nails, I'm going to just take some rubbing alcohol on a paper towel and wipe those nail filings off. I'm personally using a gel base and gel top coat. These ones are from Revel because I forgot to grab my ones that I normally use, and these were sitting right there. So this is after I top coated and cured my nails, and that is what they look like. So I really hope that this video was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to message me or comment down below. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.